I had a lot of reflections yesterday at the memorial service that I attended with my family. I was a pallbearer, and that pushed me into the thought of the first time I read The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and Dr. Covey talked about imagine being in a funeral home, and parking lot is filled with cars, and you walk inside and you see the familiar faces of many people you know and care about in your life, and of course you walk up to the casket and it's you inside, and you. These are just the thoughts I had yesterday when carrying or helping to carry the casket, and he said, of course, what would you want the people were there to have thought of you, the life you lived, the way you were with them, and so forth. And so that was one of the thoughts. And I hope this stream of consciousness resonates back to what I've been talking about, because from that standpoint, I keep saying, what do you want to happen? What do you want to happen? So that was one of the thoughts. The other thought that I wanted to talk about, when I first started to do these things a bunch of days ago, it was induced by a couple of books I read. One was 4,000 Weeks, and the other is a book called Community, which was a book by a gentleman named Peter Block, and the community is the structure of belonging. And, belonging, connection. It's a great book. When the people spoke about the person who passed, they stressed the fact that the person that had left their lives stressed to them the importance of family and staying together with family. And the way that relates to community is I fully understand not everybody can have a nuclear family. Not everybody does have a physical family to which they're attached, but they can build a community. And a community can just be one or two other people. That's what Peter Block talks about in his book, The Structure of Belonging, and how we each one of us can create a more connected life, a more connected community, and that not so much fixing what is broken, but shifting your perspective towards what's possible when people come together, moving forward with shared purpose and shared responsibility. Collective responsibility is what Block talked about. And so anyway, Peter Block talked about, and what I want to keep talking about is to challenge each of us to rethink how we think about and approach communities, because communities can solve so many things, either on a little bit of a micro level in your own life, to create spaces and safe spaces where, sorry, I have really bad allergies here this morning, where we can create a sense of belonging and a common good, the power of intention, the power of invitation, asking the right questions to other people, getting involved in dialogues. Community can be formed just by conversation. And so if this seems disaggregated, maybe it is, but ultimately, again, it keeps coming back to the same thing. Don't be an island. It's within each of our powers to create connection and community in our lives. It can start in any way, shape, or form, but please, again, don't get outside yourself. Don't dig your heels in the ground, as I talked about yesterday. We can all make this better, and we can all have a shared sense of purpose and responsibility if we sit down and have authentic conversations. They can start very, very easily. And so, yeah, this is a little bit free form, my reflection on the memorial from yesterday. But, take care of yourself and take care of one another, and find and build a family and a community in any way you can. There's a structure to belonging. And again, it starts with each of us, and it starts with you. So tomorrow I'll talk a little bit more about how conversations can best be formed. I talked about illuminators and diminishers. And tomorrow I'll talk more about, the different sorts of conversations that happen inside of conversations that we all have. But for right now, again, please, have patience with yourself and know that this can be better if we all want it to be better. So that's all. I'm sorry if it's free form here today. But it's still important to know that intentionality will fuel this. I quoted yesterday a gentleman who's had impact in my life, Brian Kurtz. Not everything can be a revenue event, but everything, in fact, can be a relationship event. And don't ever think that one conversation, one interaction can be the catalyst to many, many others. So that's it, everybody. Stay safe. I hope you all have a great day. And thank you, honestly, for taking the time to listen to me. It's important that I know I'm doing what I can to help myself build community, and, of course, anybody else that's listening. So be well, everybody.